Hi Taurus, welcome to my channel, The Fool's Journey Tarot. This is a general love reading for the sign of Taurus for the upcoming week in February. If you're brand new to my channel, this is Carmilla. She's joining us today, co-starring in your video. And everything that you need to know about this reading and the video is in the description box below, so please check that out. If you are a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back and watching again. I appreciate your support. I appreciate you subscribing and your comments, all of that good stuff. Thank you so much for coming back and viewing my video again, my videos. We're going to get started, Taurus, after I give this deck one more shuffle and a quick cut. We'll see what's going on with you guys. I want to remind all of my viewers that this is a general love reading, so it can pertain to relationship situations, circumstances, just about anything, you name it, it might apply. Also be flexible with the energy. You could feel like I'm reading for you. You could also feel like you're cross-watching for somebody that you're dealing with. So let's get started and see what's going on for Taurus today. Here we go. I'm going to start off with the 8 of Cups and the King of Wands in your underlying energy. The Page of Swords. The Fool. The Sun, the 2 of Wands, the King of Swords, and the 5 of Cups. So there's some positive energy on the table here, Taurus, and it feels to me like you might be looking at I thought I heard poop land on the pillow. I think I'm good. If it did, it's not on anywhere I'm going to stick my arm in it. Anyway, sorry about that, Taurus. I feel like you're the King of Wands. Let's start with the King of Wands. So the King of Wands is somebody who's very ambitious, natural-born leader, someone who is very active, and someone who is, again, somebody that people look up to or look to for guidance. This person can manage people. This person can take on responsibility and delegate responsibility. This individual can be very creative. It feels like you're ready to leave something, possibly something emotional behind, or some letdowns, or something that just wasn't going your way, and move on and have a new start. Or you might be talking about that or expressing your desire to take a leap of faith and try something new. Maybe you're trying to get out of the doldrums, or just, feeling down about something that just wasn't going right for you, and you just want a new start. It feels like you want a new beginning. You want to choose a new path. You want to start something new and bright for yourself. This could be related to a relationship, maybe a job opportunity. But then I also get the sense that maybe you're trying to leave something behind that you haven't dealt with yet. Maybe some grief and some hardships that you haven't worked through yet. In this King of Swords, this can indicate your higher self, or maybe somebody that you're talking to, somebody who's very intelligent, a clear thinker, somebody who knows the difference between right and wrong. And this could be, again, just your higher self telling you, look, you've got to face this grief in the face first before you move on to something new and different and exciting for yourself. So there's some positive energy on the table here, with a little bit of maybe a reminder that you may be wanting to leave something behind and start something new for yourself. But you can't, you can't just forget about stuff that's been hard for you in the past and not deal with it, because it usually comes back to haunt you, or usually comes back in some way, shape, or form. And the universe has a way of reminding you and saying, hey, you know what? You can't just walk away from this. You've got to put it into this first before you can move on to something else. So it might be a word of caution that in the cards so far, indicating that maybe you need to close something else out first before you move on to something new. Let's see what else we get for you, Taurus. We've got the Nine of Cups in reverse. And the Three of Wands. Can you please not chew on my hair? I feel like she's sitting here giving me a haircut, and sometimes I get done with her on my shoulder and she's got like these little threads of hair all over my shoulder. Hermit in reverse. The Lovers in reverse. The Knight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles in reverse. The Hierophant. And the Six of Pentacles. You know, honestly, I'm getting some kind of the same message from that first set of cards. It's really interesting. It almost feels like it's reinforcing the message that I saw right away, is that you may be wanting to leave something behind that didn't go your way, or that maybe you were trying to manifest into your life and it just wasn't working out. It could be a relationship with the Lovers in reverse out here, but it feels like you're trying to walk away or move away from something that didn't work out in your favor, or didn't feel good to you, or didn't feel right. And I feel like the King of Wands is manifesting something new, maybe looking forward to trying something different, or moving on to greener pastures, leaving something behind. I feel like you might be thinking about and or speaking about this, maybe talking to others about maybe seeing a new perspective in life. The Hermit can indicate coming out of a state of rest where you're seeking answers, trying to see things from a new perspective, and maybe you've come out of that state after some disappointment, and you kind of looking forward to trying something new, taking chances on something. But with this Lovers in reverse, this can indicate making choices for the wrong reasons. And so if you're trying something new, or trying to take a chance on doing something different for yourself for the sake of escaping something from the past that didn't work out for you, this again would be a word of caution that you shouldn't make these kind of decisions to move on. And these are very bright, encouraging, positive cards, Knight of Pentacles and the Sun card. Making a choice to move on to something completely different, and just giving up on something that wasn't working in the past. The Eight of Pentacles can indicate a job. If it's in reverse, a job or work situation that you were dissatisfied with, or maybe a financial situation that wasn't working out for you, or something of that nature. It could also just indicate, again, something that you were striving for and working on that didn't work out in your favor, and you're wanting to leave it behind. It could be a relationship. And then we've got this this King of Swords with the Hierophant, indicating, you know, this again could be your spiritual guide saying, look, you've got to do this the right way, and you've got to take the good with the bad, Six of Pentacles. You've got to make sure this is balanced, and take care of the grief first before you move on to something better or brighter. And don't just ignore the past because it's unpleasant. Deal with it first, kind of energy, kind of a message indicate. Please don't bite my cards, Carmela. Come on. I took you out so you could have some out time, and you don't need to be bulldozing through. She's like a little mini Godzilla. I know I said this before. This little miniature Godzilla. Unfortunately, I don't have that many cards out on the table yet, but she runs through directly from the top to the bottom, this bottom corner, and she runs through and scatters them everywhere, and drives me nuts. Be a good bird, or I'm not going to want to take you out anymore. You know what I'm saying. She's adorable, and she's really funny, and she's really cute. She's not my bird, she's my son's bird, but I spend a lot of time with her because my son works full-time. And I'm retired, so she spends a lot of time with me. And she's got attitude. She can be a little shit sometimes. And right now she's over there chewing on my glasses and getting too close to the candle. Come on, Carmilla, honestly. Sorry, Taurus. I just don't want her to start on fire, and that, you know, it might turn into a viral video. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure that a bird on fire running through a bunch of tarot cards is not something at least I want to see, and you probably don't either. Just saying. She probably would deserve it in a way, but that would be really mean. I wouldn't want to see her start on fire. Come here, Carmilla. Please, come here. It's a stubborn little bird. She's not going to get on my finger. Okay, back to you, Taurus. Sorry about being distracted. So let's see what else we've got for Taurus. Let me give this deck one more shuffle. We'll get some more information, maybe see what it is that you're moving toward, Taurus. What exciting new adventures does Taurus have on their mind? And or what are we leaving behind, Taurus? What are you trying to get away from? You get this sense of escape, wanting just to turn your back on something that you were unhappy about or feeling unpleasant about. So we have the Eight of Wands. The Hierophant, this time in reverse. Clarifying your energy. Six of Wands. Five of Wands. The Queen of Pentacles. The Nine of Wands. Ace of Swords. Your higher self, your spirit guides are talking to you, Taurus. Wow. And then the Six of Swords. Didn't we have the Six of Swords already? No, but we had the Eight of Cups. Okay, so I think you're ready to take action. You're ready to move. Shake, rattle, and roll, says Taurus. I am sick and tired of things not working out my way, and I am ready to move, shake, rattle, and roll, says Taurus. However, your spirit guides are telling Taurus, don't go about this the wrong way. Do things the right way. Don't just expect your ships to come in because it's what you want and it's what you're hoping for. You need to make sure you are dotting your I's and crossing your T's, Taurus. Taurus says, but I want success. I want to see things differently. I want a bright new start to 2020. I want to leave the crap behind. And you might be moving toward a Queen of Pentacles, if this is a relationship. Or you could be moving toward maybe starting something, maybe starting to... Okay, come here. Come here. Come here. I'm not going to have you go through my cards again. Come here. I should have left you in your cage. Come on. Sit up on my shoulder and be good. Sorry, Taurus, I gotta fix my cards again. Fortunately, she only walked through that one side. Okay, so the Queen of Pentacles could be somebody that you're moving toward, or maybe somebody that you're deciding to start something new with, maybe new business, new adventure, new creative endeavor. This is a loyal individual, somebody who's very compassionate and grounded. This is definitely someone that you would want to have a new beginning with. If this is a new relationship, this is somebody who's perfect wifey material or husband material. Remember, the gender of the cards does not matter. This is somebody who's very caring and giving, puts others first. She's very grounded. She can take care of herself and she can take care of others. So if this is who you're moving toward, good for you. That's a good person to be connecting with. And again, I feel like you might be wanting to leave something behind, but you've got some very intelligent, wise people in your corner also telling you to face the music, see things for what they are, think clearly, don't turn your back on things that need to be done, or things that need to be closed out first, or things that need to be dealt with. Because again, you could be faced then with those kind of things coming back to haunt you. So you've got the Six of Swords. This can indicate, again, moving on past difficult times, past some difficult hardships or grief. But take care of business first, Taurus, is the message I'm getting more than anything else with this set of cards. Let's get another round out here and see what else we can come up with for you. I think this Queen of Pentacles looks like she might have the same kind of things on her mind, whatever it is that you are desiring or moving toward. This person is a fighter. This person probably has been through some crap herself. She looks like she is also maybe dealing with maybe leaving some things behind, leaving some things in the past that weren't going her way. Again, with this Eight of Pentacles, and this could be anything, could be job related, dissatisfaction in job, or something else that you've been doing with your life. Maybe you're ready to have a brand new beginning with this Two of Wands out here, just starting fresh. And the Fool card, I just have this feeling that Taurus wants to try something brand new, maybe something you've never done before. Maybe spice it up a little bit. Maybe the relationships in your past have kind of held you back and held you from moving forward towards things that you want to do with your own life. So let's get this last set out and see what else Taurus has. We have the Wheel of Fortune, Ten of Wands in reverse, there's the Five of Cups again, this time in reverse, clarifying the Hermit, the Tower, clarifying the Lovers in reverse. It could very well be a failed relationship, or some other kind of connections that you're wanting to walk away from. It could be more than one person. Doesn't have to be a single person, and this does not necessarily have to be a romantic partner. It could be anything. Six of Cups, and this is clarifying the cards with this Queen of Pentacles. So this Six of Cups person, this Queen of Pentacles, could be somebody that you're very close to, maybe somebody you've known for a long time, or somebody who's coming back from your past. Six of Cups can indicate soulmate material, somebody that you have a soul contract with, somebody you were meant to spend time with in your life. This does not have to be a lifelong partner or a romantic partner. It's just somebody who's significant in your life that you're meant to have experiences with and that sort of thing. And the Ten of Cups. Ooh, Taurus. Knight of Swords in reverse. And the Two of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, again, with these cards coming out in your set of outcome cards, again, I feel like this is just a word of caution that don't step off the cliff too soon without preparation or knowing what you're doing. Don't drop the ball in balancing out things that need to be taken care of first or dealt with first with regard to some possible grief and heartache that you're bringing to a close or walking away from, or trying to leave behind. That I do feel like the time has come to kind of get away from some things in the past that maybe you manifested into your life that just didn't work out to be what you had hoped that they would be. The time has come definitely to close those things out, but you do have to face those things. You can't just walk away from them or just pretend that they never happened and release those burdens and say, okay, now I'm just going to wait for the new things to come into my life without, again, doing it the right way. Maintain your integrity, maintain your authenticity, be true to who you are and those around you. If you're leaving behind some relationships, do it in the right way, close them out in the right way. that kind of thing, because you do have some positive energy, especially here with this Queen of Pentacles. 6 of Cups, 10 of Cups, looks like you definitely are moving in the right direction. And there's nothing wrong with leaving heartbreak and disappointment in the past. And, you know, having a new outlook on life. There's nothing wrong with that. Good for you, Taurus. I'm proud of you. I'm a Taurus too, by the way. I often resonate with a lot of the readings that I do. But I think that's because, you know, the readings for me are all about reading energy, and we're all dealing with the same energy. We're all going through it, but just at different rates or in different ways. But the stars are all aligned for us, and we all are dealing with, you know, Mercury retrograde and all that stuff. I'm not an astrologer, and I don't know too much about that kind of stuff, so I'm not going to sit here and try to pretend I understand that. But I do know that we work through the same kind of energy, just in different ways and on different time spans and that kind of thing, if that made sense. Anyway, let's get this last round out. So we have the Star in reverse, 9 of Pentacles in reverse, don't bite my ear, Page of Wands in reverse, 7 of Swords in reverse, King of Swords in reverse, Six of Wands, this time in reverse, the Queen of Swords, clarifying the King of Swords, and the Four of Cups in reverse. Okay, so again for me, this King of Swords over here on the right is upright, and this guy is in reverse, and he came out with the 6 of Wands in reverse. And this middle set of cards, and I don't want to pick them up all at the same time, I'll show them to you here a little bit at a time, but I think this again is indicating that it's King of Swords saying, look, I know that you want this, I know that you want this positive stuff, but it's not going to go your way unless you deal with past things or past heartbreak or past disappointments the way they're supposed to be dealt with first. Don't just jump into this willy-nilly without preparing yourself, without having some clear understanding of where you're going, where you're headed, and what you want to do, and before you close out some things that didn't go your way in the past. Because this is what you're headed for with this individual, this Queen of Pentacles. And that's a lot of bright and cheery and positive energy, Taurus. And you're leaving behind, some things that weren't necessarily going your way and choosing a different path. And you're a fighter. Because, again, a lot of people can get down by disappointment and feel like, oh, I can't do it anymore. It's too hard. I got to give up. Taurus says, no, I'm a fighter. I'm going to just choose a different path, and I'm going to get my 10 of Cups. Even though I have to leave behind some things that didn't work out in my favor. Maybe I wasn't successful at this or that. Again, whether it's a job situation or some relationships in the past. But it does look like you've got some things, the 7 of Swords, maybe some wrongs that need to be righted, or you need to walk the walk, not just talk the talk. Again, don't make choices for the wrong reasons, because the Tower is waiting to come down on you if you do. Just be careful. This is all clarifying this Fool card with the 5 of Wands, again indicating, you probably put a lot of thought into this. Maybe you're talking about it a lot. Maybe you put some energy into it to make some changes in your life, but just do it the right way. Because if you give up making good on past failures or past heartbreak and grief, then you're not, you could be setting yourself up for disaster. You could be setting yourself up for failure. That's what I'm getting from those cards. You may have decided that you're done kind of walking this path and doing your own thing. The 9 of Pentacles to me can indicate not wanting to be single anymore. So maybe you are a single individual looking forward to making some connections or moving forward with somebody or a group of people that will help you see these positive changes in your life. But again, be careful about doing things the wrong way or going about it the wrong way. Okay, Taurus, I want to wrap up this reading. I want to get a Dreams of Gaia tarot card for you, and then we'll wrap this up. One card for Taurus. Last minute advice. Words of encouragement, maybe next steps forward. Maybe some more clarity on where Taurus is headed. Again, I do feel a lot of positive energy in this reading, Taurus. It looks like you could be looking forward to some really bright things ahead for you in 2020, in the coming months. I do feel this feels more than just, you know, looking into starting new relationships and new connections. It feels like there's other things that maybe you're looking at trying, maybe trying a new job or trying a new creative endeavor, or just kind of getting out there and experiencing life, maybe some travel, you know, things like that. I'm just throwing some examples out, some options. I'm not necessarily saying that's what you're going to do. Those are just possibilities. One card for Taurus to finish up this reading. We did have the Queen of Swords who came out here too. Again, I'm feeling more than anything that these two energies could be your spirit guides. Really go inward during this time if you're looking to you know, find your truth and seek out your path and, you know, find yourself. Look inward, because and you're gonna know, you'll feel it. Your intuition is significant and can steer you in the right direction. If you listen and you pay attention, your spirit guides will lead you in the right direction. So pay attention to your intuition more than anything. Let's get one card for Taurus to wrap up this reading and finish this up. Just one. I don't want like 6 or 7. I need just one card, please. One card for Taurus. Okay, that was a chunk. That was like 5. I'm not going to even look at them because then I'll be tempted to show you, and then I'll be tempted to read some. I just want one card. Just one card for Taurus. One little card. Okay, let's give this a regular shuffle. They're sticking today. They always stick. But sometimes they don't drop out as easily as other days, and I don't understand that. Let's get one card. No, I'm not taking 3. One card for Taurus. One of the things, too, that I'm seeing in the cards is that, you know, some of these things that you're leaving in the past, Taurus, it does feel like you worked hard for maybe some of these relationships, maybe a job situation, some of these past disappointments that you're wanting to leave behind. And you know, that can be tough to leave something behind that you put so much energy and hard work into. But you know, with this Wheel of Fortune especially out here, it does indicate that it's time to close out some things, again, some disappointments that just weren't going in your favor, and try new things, try new adventures. Start some relation. Don't bite my ear. This one came out. 6 of Fire. This is the 6 of Wands, which came out twice in your reading. I haven't had this card in a long time. And you know what? This reminds me of the Hierophant card in my other deck, which I'm not going to dig out, but it did come out in this deck, but it doesn't look, it looks very different, but it looks similar to the Hierophant in another deck. Anyway, you had the Six of Wands twice in your reading, once in reverse and once in the upright. So I'm going to read this from the book. This is a great card, and I haven't seen it in a long time. So Six of Fire, Six of Wands, it did come out in the upright. And let's see what it says for you, Taurus. And it is about a page long. Okay, Taurus, so here we go. About 30-minute reading, it's not too bad. Okay, here we go, Taurus. The Six of Fire represents a time of healing through meditation, mediation, negotiation, or arbitration. It is time when communication and diplomacy is required in order to end a conflict or dispute. There are times in our lives when we may find ourselves caught up in a dispute or conflict after boundaries have been crossed or our feelings hurt or ego bruised. If lines of communication remain open and both parties are willing, the conflict can be resolved. However, there are often times when both parties find themselves unable to find or maintain the middle ground, and if they must continue to work or play a part in each other's lives, a mediator is required to negotiate or arbitrate a truce. There are two sides to every disagreement, and there are times when both parties involved can be right and times when both parties can be wrong. For there to be a good outcome, both parties must first be willing to at least hear each other's point of view, and there are times when that will only happen if a mediator steps in to hear both sides without bias. Sometimes mediation is all that is required, and the simple act of allowing both parties to air their grievance and present their points of view allows them to come to a resolution on their own. There are also times when arbitration will be required because neither party is willing to make concessions or allowances for the feelings or rights of the other. It is left to the arbitrator to determine who is in the right based upon the laws of the land. Even if a complete resolution cannot be achieved, the Six of Fire asks that we remain conciliatory at this time. An open mind and willingness to meet the other party halfway will stand us in good stead. The Six of Fire may also represent a pending legal situation where rules or laws have been broken, and as a result, harm has been done to another. The law will determine who is right and who is wrong. Justice will be served. In this circumstance, be sure to keep your emotions under control and have your facts straight. Remain respectful of the laws that are in place, and be both courteous and considerate at all times. Your behavior, your attitude at this time may have bearing on the outcome, as will a sound knowledge of your rights and responsibilities. Do not allow a lack of awareness or immoderate behavior place you at a disadvantage. So and this could definitely indicate, Taurus, that you have a legal issue that you're dealing with and that you're trying to close out and leave behind. That could be what this is all about, wanting to leave something in the past. So if that's you, this would definitely resonate. But again, I'm getting more than anything else, this is about what we stated earlier, is that, put to rest some of those things in the past that you need to deal with and that have caused you grief and disappointments or things that haven't worked out in your favor. Whatever that means to you, make sure you're dotting your I's and crossing your T's and doing it the right way. Again, this reminded me of the Hierophant, the Six of Fire card, and that if you take the wrong path, you could be, setting yourself up for disaster, because it could come back to bite you in the ass if you don't take care of business. So that's what that indicated to me, and it may resonate differently for any number of people who are watching the video. So I'm going to let that rest here, Taurus. I hope that the reading gave you some clarity and gave you something to think about. If it did resonate, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope I see you again soon. Take care. Bye, Taurus.